Let's dive into the injury report versus the Packers. What's up, Vikings Nation? Welcome to the Minnesota Vikings Syndicate. I'm your host, Trey Wicks. Now, we have got to talk about the injury report for the Vikings and the Green Bay Packers because, look, it's Friday. We're getting real close. Tomorrow we'll have the game preview, so make sure to tune in for that one around 4 p.m. Central Time tomorrow. Anyways, let's get into this. There's a couple people who will be missing action this Sunday. We've talked about it kind of a little bit yesterday where Bradbury most likely going to be out. But let's get into it. Per Will Regatz, he went and dove through the injury report. He says Bradbury was ruled out with a back injury after not practicing basically all week. Now, at this point, it seems highly unlikely he plays next week in Chicago either. And that was a big question mark that we had yesterday kind of talking about him because I wasn't really sure if they were going to kind of rest him up for the playoffs or maybe put him in there if he's ready to rock and roll. It doesn't seem like that's going to be the case. Now, the Vikings' focus will presumably be on getting Bradbury healthy for the first round of the playoffs in 2 weeks. Okay, he tweaked the injury a couple weeks ago during a car accident. Now, that means Austin Schlottman will make another start in Sunday's high-stakes showdown with the Packers. He's been adequate as a run blocker, but has really struggled in pass protection, which is a concern against Green Bay defensive tackles Kenny Clark and Jarran Reed. Now, also out for the Vikings this week is defensive tackle James Lynch, who is expected to miss at least the final 2 games of the regular season with a shoulder injury. Now, Karius Tonga, I butchered his name, and rookie Atomo will continue to be the top rotational players behind Harrison Phillips and Dalvin Tomlinson at defensive tackle, with Ross Blacklock potentially active for the first time in a few weeks. Then he finishes up with saying left guard Ezra Cleveland and cornerback Cam Dantzler will go into the Packers game with no injury designation. However, that doesn't necessarily mean Dantzler will get his starting job back from Duke Shelley. It'll be interesting to see what the Vikings decide at that spot. And I think I heard the other day Duke Shelley will get the start for our Minnesota Vikings. Now, for the Packers, okay, star left tackle David Bakhtiari will play for the first time since Week 12. He also missed the team's first meeting back in Week 1. Now, Bakhtiari going against Zadarius Smith and Danielle Hunter, with Smith playing in his first game at Lambeau Field since leaving the Packers. Should be fun to watch. Now, rookie Christian Watson, their receiver, missed practice on Wednesday and Thursday, but returned on Friday in a limited capacity. He's listed as questionable, so is return specialist Keyshawn Nixon, who didn't practice all week. Those two might see some time at the same time. I'm not 100% sure on their front because I don't really care too much about their team. Don't follow them too much, but there's a good chance that they could see action this Sunday. So there's a couple people out for the Minnesota Vikings. James Lynch and Garrett Bradbury, Cam Dantzler as the Cleveland are going to be ready for action this weekend. So make sure to drop a like if you like this video, leave a comment, and subscribe to the channel. We're trying to get to 900 subs by January 8th, and if you're a returning viewer and haven't hit that sub yet, you could do me a huge favor and help me reach that goal. So have a great rest of your day, folks, and SKOL Vikes.